Hello, everybody. It is Bun Bun time. Yay?
Bun Bun Story Hour. Woohoo!
Mostly, we'll actually be following Ladonia around here as she gets her warrior quest done.
Hmm.
So, before we do that, I've got an interesting thing to talk about with you folks that we're kind of scratching our heads over, so we'd like to hear your guys' way in. That is Ladonia and Rena here are, as soon as they get their class quests
Hmm.
done, are ready to push forward to the end of A Realm Reborn. Ooh.
Finally.
The problem is that the last three um, trials, duties,
Duties.
trials, are actually some of the worst in the game. Not because they're actually bad. I mean, they have a certain flow to them. There's nothing technically wrong with them. The problem is it's the first time you have to deal with 8-man content, and all the other players, instead of letting new people just go through and actually experience these encounters, which are actually the entire climax to the 50 levels that we have just gone through, they speedrun face roll and typically leave players who like watching cutscenes and stuff dead on teleporters instead of like helping them actually see and go through the dungeons. They just kind of leave them behind, and it's kind of gotten bad. So much so that about, what, 2 years ago? Maybe a little more? They made the cutscenes in the middle of these duties unskippable, but there's a timer on how long you have to read the dialogue, which goes faster than we can verbally read it out, and in some cases gets quite verbose,
Hmm.
for lack of a better word, and is actually has a lot of important lore information to it. And it actually goes past faster than I can just read in general. I'm not a speedy reader, but at the same time, it holds things up. So I've been kind of leery about going into these places. When they did New Game Plus, which came out about a year ago, they made passing mention that the MSQ roulette, which would be the roulette that covers these particular instances, was going away. That didn't happen, mostly probably due to the dumpster fire that was 2020. However, there is a rumor going on that that might be re-implemented when they do the class changes, and that information will be in the next live letter, which is scheduled for next month. My real question is do we want to try and go ahead and push through and just deal with it as is, or do we try and wait to see if those changes come in for a much more enjoyable experience?
Yeah, the general plan has been, to basically get a couple of people to more or less walk through it with us. Um, Admittedly, I would prefer to get over this hump sooner rather than later so we can get into some of the hilarious stuff that is in ARR Plus.
Oh, you're wanting to go to the Hildebrand quest chain, aren't you?
Among other things. Come on! I want to be a giant ham.
Okay, I can understand that.
Now, how long until the live letter?
Live letter is scheduled for the 27th or 28th of next month. And now keep in mind, we're kind of towards the end of the month here.
Yeah, that's still 4 weeks until the live letter. And then even if they do say they're doing it, how long until they actually get it implemented and in place?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
You can
I
see
would,
why I'm
if they're
waffling.
going to do it, I would love to wait for it, but it is going to be a little while.
Well, no matter what, you still have a warrior quest to do.
Yeah.
And even if we do it now, we will go, even if it was just the two of us and we did it unsynced, which we probably won't be able to do with two. We could probably do it with four. You still have to go through, or at the moment, you still have to go through the fact that the cutscenes are unskippable and the dialogue is timed, so we can't
Yeah.
just read it out and progress it when we're ready.
Yeah, the timed is the annoying part of it all. If we wanted to get fancy with it, I'd almost say, you know, go through it ahead of time, record it all, and then, you know, read things out afterwards and just video edit it all together.
Well, I suppose that is an option. In the meantime, I'm going to switch cameras. Which means
Look
I
at that
also switch audio
sunrise.
footage. Yes. Sunrise for the buns.
Yes, I'm pointing the wrong way for the quest, but I don't care.
You want to watch the sunrise.
Yeah.
Yeah, the next live later they have announced. It will be starting at, I believe, 6 p.m. Pacific. I could be wrong by about an hour either way. It will be 4 hours, and it will be translated by the Square Enix team live.
Which they've been doing a lot lately.
Yeah, they've been doing it. They've been making a serious effort at presenting the live letters for the English market, which is pretty much their second largest market, if not the main market, with Japan just coming up on the heels, but I don't know the actual numbers on that.
Okay, Curious Gorge.
And it will be all the class changes.
Yeah. How to quit you. Curious Gorge has received an urgent distress call. Ladonia, there is much we must discuss, but now is not the time. You surely recall my mention of the hunt for the bloodthirsty creature terrorizing the small folk. I've just received word that self-same monster has been sighted near Wineport. What is more, according to those who managed to escape the carnage, the creature appeared more man than beast. If this is true, then our quarry could be far more dangerous than any wild animal. We must find a way to stop it. I must find a way. This is my chance to prove to the people of Wineport, nay, the world, that my tribe and my art have been wrongly judged. Perhaps then my ancestors will deem me worthy. I think even my brother would, too. There is no time to lose. We must arrive in the hamlet before any of the villagers fall prey to the beast. Let us leave at once. So, off to Wineport it is.
Right, Urza! Sorry, Lucy.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I'm used to Lucy. Urza. I need more tea in my diet. Pardon me, I need caffeine.
Aha.
I don't know where my brain is right now anymore.
No comment.
Well, I always said Rena was a ditz. So I'm actually looking forward to the class changes and just kind of praying that Summoner gets a much better rework than it's currently been dealt with.
Yeah. All aboard.
I just don't hope they don't, like, destroy another class the way they destroyed Summoner.
Yeah. That would be good. Especially one we
And
like.
I find it amusing that I've seen so many people already working on their glams for Reaper. And if you read the lore that they've already published for them, they're effectively a bunch of angry farmers. So you see all these people out and effectively farming gear. It's hilarious.
Okay then. And I'm sorry, it's not you. It's Square.
Wait, we've got a lot of blue bangs around here. Why do we have blue bangs around here? I'm gonna check this out while you do that.
Thank the gods for your presence. Wineport is in your debt once more. Fell creatures bear down upon our village in hordes as if drawn by that great hairy beast. You must stop them. Adonia, you fend off these creatures. I will see to the beast. This is my battle to fight.
You go, girl! I meant him, not you.
Uh-huh.
There's a lot of raptors.
And some cliff divers. Okay. So far, so good. It's the monster! It's the beast! Run for your lives!
Dear, is that who I think it is?
Stop! These people are not your enemy. The enemy lies within. You're stronger than this. Take control of the beast. Do not let it consume you. Brother! Look what you're doing. You're destroying all that I worked to restore. The fate of our people rests in our hands, brother. Your weakness would cost us everything. Cannot let that happen. I will not. Our ancestors have chosen me to lead our people to glory, and no one will stop me.
Oh dear.
No one. No one. No one. It was I who unlocked the secrets of the Chronicles. I who trained you in their ways. I who uncovered the locations of the legendary artifacts. I who defeated my tribe's greatest warrior. I am the master now. I am the master. Return to me what is rightfully mine. Give me the armor.
Dear.
think I already glamored it. Or I shall tear it from your bloody corpse.
No, you're wearing it. I think he needs the weekly beating of his life. Yeah, he's going all Hulk. Which makes sense for Orogaden. After all, we do have the strongest adventure on our server.
Yes. Oh, good. How about the one in... Nope.
I think you need to go after the Furies. Yeah. There's a few about. You can do it!
Yep.
Yarr!
Uh-oh. That could hurt.
Someone got home glammed.
So that's what that does.
Yes. It used to also lock the warrior in place. It doesn't do that anymore, I think. It does, however, also function as an anti-pushback.
Nice.
So you can use that instead of long arms reach if it's on cooldown. They don't tell you that in the tooltip. They used to, but not anymore.
Yeah, now he has a minor rage. It's special.
Man, it's all over the place, isn't it?
Yeah. This is some of the stuff I've gone through before.
Just kill him. He's not doing much damage to you.
No. Well, he was doing some. I've just managed to recover most of it. You know, Mr. Merchant, I'm not sure you should really be standing there right now. You must stop me. Working on it.
You've almost got him. All right.
I have failed. I failed you. I failed my people. I failed my ancestors. And I failed my own kin. I found out long ago what had become of my brother, but I did everything I could to deny it. I thought that if only I could prove myself stronger than he, the people would see his madness as a product of a weak mind. That they would believe the problem lay in him, not in our tribe. Yet all the while, my own soul was growing weaker and weaker. The inner beast had taken hold, and it would not let go. It drove me as it drove my ancestors, the keeper of the armor, and my brother. Our tribe had lost sight of who we were. Seeking ever more strength, we allowed ourselves to fall victim to that which we had long scorned in others as weakness. Instead of learning to harden our wills with resolve, we steeled them with anger, and therein lay our folly. Like a bonfire, anger burns hot and bright, but when the fuel that feeds it is spent, all that remains is ash. By accepting anger as our guide, we left our wills at the mercy of the inner beast. Not you. Your will is more akin to the lava which courses through the mountains of my homeland. It burns as strong, nay, stronger than any bonfire, and when it cools, it becomes hard and firm, unbreakable. This quality allowed you to keep your inner beast at bay. Now, also, my inner beast is kind of a rabbit.
With big, pointy teeth.
Yes. My people were once as you are now, O Ladonia, and I believe that is why my ancestors chose to speak to you. They sensed true strength within you. Such strength as could rightly represent our people and our art. Had I but realized that myself, none of this need happened. Well, what's done is done. If I am to have any hope of restoring my people's name, I must start over from the beginning. And this time, I mustn't try to do it alone. It may take some time, but together my brother and I will restore our village to its former glory. And when we have, I shall remember Ladonia, my friend and fellow warrior, and how she saved me from myself, that my dream might become reality.
Aww.
Woo.
Dun, dun, dun. So, let me guess. Back to,
Nope,
the, no? Right over there?
at least for the moment. Wineport is in your debt once more, Ladonia, and what is more, we have seen the truth with our own eyes. Pray tell Curious Gorge as much, and that we will be relying on him for his protection. He is a true warrior, and our humble hamlet would be lost without his strength. Okay, now. So, what about all these blue bangs in the area?
Well, one's a leaf mitt and the other opens maps.
Do we want to handle them while we're here?
I think we better.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Leaf Mitt. Or, sorry, Miss Leaf Mitt. My apologies.
Leaves of Wineport. Eileen, the Adventurers Guild representative for local leave quests in Wineport, is seeking an adventure to undertake guild leaves. Yeah,
For work
we've
to
gone
fund
through
your
this.
wine habit, are we?
Maybe.
The Adventurers Guild has assigned me to Wineport so that I may distribute guild leaves at the willing and able. Depending on what your skills possess, I may have suitable work for you. Beast culling, crafting, gathering, and so forth.
I just
That
did some
said-
beast culling.
Yes, you did. My offer is contingent upon you first demonstrating your capacity to complete a contract. The La Nosane wilderness is fraught with peril, so it behooves me to test your ability to survive in it. Here, take this. It's small.
Appetite for abduction. It is said that a gobu eats up to 3 times its weight each day, and with some of the larger ones weighing upwards of 300 stone, that equates to a great deal of prey, whether it be animal, vegetable, or mineral. The farmers and shepherds of eastern La Nosea have already begun complaining of missing crops and livestock, and with the way things are going, it is only a matter of time before there arise complaints of missing children and elderly. The Yellow Jackets seek assistance from adventurers in battling gobus with pelican meat and slaying the ones who bite.
While these gobus are wont to devour anything and everything, they have a fondness for pelican meat. Your task will be to slay a pelican and use its remains to lure out the ravenous gobus. The area in which the Gobus were last sighted in is fairly large, so be sure to take a fair amount of time. Be warned, however, there are other hungry creatures that may be drawn to the meat. Ta-ta!
By the way, you might want to re-pretty.
For a leaf? Do we
Yeah,
care?
maybe.
Okay,
I think we do
fine.
get to share these.
Invite the party.
Poof.
And it's just out here. Yeah, it's dangerous to go alone. Here, take this. I'll make it more dangerous.
Yes.
And here it is. Initiate. Ooh, a treasure chest.
Mm-hmm. Ethereal decorated buckler. Since I'm not a Pelly, that's not gonna help.
Ooh, we both get our own treasure chests. What does this have for
Yep.
prime location? No evidence. I get to smack something with my fist.
Nope. Try one of the other green circles.
Well, there's a prime location over here.
Yep.
I've got this one.
Yoo-hoo, Mr. Gooboo! Nope.
Ah.
I got this one. Aha!
Why, looky here! It's a Gooboo! Don't sneeze on me, please.
Moldy sneeze. Yeah. You. Okay, one of two.
And he landed on another prime location.
You
Yeah,
have a
it's probably
raptor to
that
deal
one.
with.
Aw. A Hura-eating raptor! Ooh, specific.
Hmm. I suppose I'm just as happy he's not a Hasenpfeffer eating raptor. Hiya. I will be your opponent today. Stop that. Thank you.
We'll say stop that again.
I'll make him fall over.
Okay, Aline. Oh, you actually completed the trial. I suppose you'll be wanting this then.
You were expecting us not to?
You've
EV
proven
steel
yourself
flange
competent,
hard.
which is all well. If you desire additional guild leaves, I will not deny you. You can drink whilst you work for all I care, as long as the client is satisfied. So am I.
You're all heart.
Well, she is in the land of snooty drunkards.
Treasures and tribulations. Lun would entice you with the prospect of untold riches. Oh, those
Fancy
kinds of maps. Right.
Yeah. Fancy yourself a romantic friend? Do you oft find yourself gazing off into the horizon, yearning to travel in search of storied relics left behind by heroes of yore? Yes, you say? Then do I have ever a proposal for you. I was accosted the other day by a slobbering drunkard. Bear with me now, I assure you this gets better. Who most eagerly regaled me, from what I could gather amidst the slurred speech and copious amount of spittle, that is, with the tale of a treasure map he had stumbled upon in his travels. I don't recall the particulars. I was emptying my innards of some foul swill at the time, you see, but it sounded rather convincing to my addled brain. Why, do I remember of this fellow mentioning striking out for first flight for Raincatcher Gully to visit a miner friend. Should the prospect of hunting for hidden riches set your heart aflutter, I reckon you might still find him there. Yeah, I know. Okay, Eorzea, let's ride.
Yeah. Here, wear this pelican meat dress. No, thank you.
Sometimes it feels like that, though.
Yes. Okay, Mr. Diligent. Sorry, Mr. Digger. Hidden treasures? Huh. Another gill-crazed greenhorn reeled in by Ealdwine's tall tales, eh? Yes, Ealdwine, that's the doddering fool's name, though, mind ye, I have not known him to limit his consumption to any one type of brew. I saw him just the other day, I did, clutching some tattered piss-yellow parchment like it was made of solid mithril. This is my ticket to fortune, he blabbered, not half so eloquently, mind ye, before stumbling out the tavern doors and promptly falling flat on his mug like as not. Did I see the map myself, you say? Did I ever? Why, the fool shoved it in my face so many times I swear the mold left the page to take up residence in me nostrils. 'Twas a mess of blue and brown splotches that Ealdwine swore was Camp Bronze Lake with a big red X to the southeast. You're not thinking going there, are you? Take my word, you'll find naught but a sturdy drunkard and his sack of broken dreams.
And yeah, this is Eorzea, right?
Come on. Ah, stop that.
There we go. Right, there's a ride. Fortunately, it's not that far away. And I keep forgetting how impressive that looks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a very bad day in Eorzea.
It sure was.
And once we get past the MSQ stuff, we will be dealing with that.
With which? Oh, yes. Which will also be fun for us to get a guide through.
Do we want to take care of this just so that we don't have to deal with music?
Why, you don't like the music? Or is it giving you an itching in your stabbers?
It's making my knuckles throb, that's for sure. We got 4 minutes, we can do this.
Fine. Oh, right. Level sync. Level sync is good. Level sync would be good. There we go.
Are we having a wee problem with level sync?
Yeah, also line of sight because of tree.
Sorry.
Oh, man, at some point they turned off the Defiance on me.
Oh, that's because you level synced.
No. That would be the point at which they turned it off, yes.
Yeah, I'm a puggless beating up on a puggle. Yay! A very big puggle.
Yeah. Legend says deep beneath the waters of Bronze Lake dwells a terrible creature with jaws so powerful they can tear a man in two with a single bite. Common sense would suggest that Oan's is merely a tale to frighten babies.
blah 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 blah.
Yeah, yeah. But we know better because we just killed him.
Yeah.
Again.
Hello,
Who goes there? Wait, don't tell me. You've come to help old Eldwine dig for buried treasures. I'll have you know, I'm faring just fine by myself. Just look at that beauty over there. Not that I can blame you for being jealous of me vast riches. Lucky for me, I'm feeling generous today. So here's the deal. I'll give you the honor of opening my latest discovery. That's right. For one precious moment, you can walk in the shoes of Eorzea, treasure hunt extraordinaire. So go on now. The casket won't bite or nothing. You sure?
Are you sure?
It could be a mimic. Shabby casket.
I don't know. This casket looks kind of shabby.
No mimic would let itself go that far. Raptors, on the other hand. Territorial, fire-breathing raptors. Just what we wanted.
Oh, look!
Oh, and
Pelicans.
Pelicans, yeah. Sure. We'll roll with that. Okay.
Survey says.
Take 2.
Dun dun dun.
I suppose there's no chance of a portal.
No portal here. Ooh.
Tattered coin purse and a broken bottle.
I hope you're happy, Eldwine.
7 elves! Where did those nasty buggers come from? I've had my trusty pickaxe with me. I had to split their skulls clean. 2. Where in the world did those things go anyway? Way.
We kind of beat the snot out of them.
Tattered coin purse. Housing but a pittance of coins, this threadbare trifle represents the contents of Eorzea treasured discovery in full. Shattered bottle. A broken bottle recovered from the opened treasure coffer. A viscous substance gives off a sickeningly sweet odor. There's just... Oh, old Eorzea had the finest Eorzea has to offer, from the Drowning Wench to Bushkar and Struthers, and he ain't seen nothing like the Great Pirate Scott! It's a trap, that's what it was. Opening the casket shattered this here bottle, and this foul slop poured out, luring them nasty buggers with its stink. I told you to be more careful. Now hand over the Luke. You may have opened the casket. It was old Eorzea that did the dirty work. Wait, that's it? You gave me everything? Why, I got more last time I sold me undergarments for grog money. You aren't hiding nothing from me, are you?
Gil.
TMI. Well, looks like we've got no choice. We've got to go out and search of bigger, better treasures. Not the same treasures, of course. I can't hold your hand forever. So sit back and let old Eorzea impart to you a proper trove of knowledge on treasure hunting. Firstly, you find yourself a map. Once you have your map, then you decipher it. That means you look at it nice and good like. Then, when you figured out where your treasures is hiding, you go there and you dig it up. Sounds simple enough, you say. I might make it look easy, but I can assure you it ain't. Treasure hunter demands sharp eyes and a sharp mind. Now, don't be discouraged. Own your skills like old Eorzea, and the treasures are sure to follow. Now, if you'll excuse me, my throat's feeling dry.
Please stop breathing on me.
Afraid you'll get drunk from the fumes.
Yes.
This won't even buy me a swig of the wench's cheapest grog. What's a man to do to drown his sorrows? And
Please
that
go
gives
away.
us Decipher and Dig.
Ciphering time more maps. Dun, dun, dun.
Yes, yes, Baron, we know.
Okay, with that taken care of, I
Now it's
think
back to
we.
Curious Gorge.
Oh right, here's Gorge.
I have not quite finished up.
We got sidetracked. Whoopee.
Yes, yes, we did. By promises of riches beyond our imagination.
And instead, we got breathed on by a drunk man.
Yeah,
Right.
well. I was hoping that might be how the portal opened, but that didn't work either.
No, it didn't.
And of course, these buns will never really see any maps. Because you generally get them off of gathering.
You can't buy them off the market board.
Well, you can, but where's the fun in that?
This is true.
And really, do these girls have time in their busy schedules to go buying maps to go hunt down?
This is also very true. Okay, fine.
My quest.
Yes, it is your quest. Shoot. Ah, chocobo carriage. Of which that's on sale.
Yeah, I need to go visit the store.
Ow.
She keeps thinking she can fly.
Sorry, pretty burb. Not yet.
Welcome back, Ladonia. Despite all that transpired, the captain at Wineport would entrust his village's defenses to me? I know not what to say. It has been a long road, but thanks to you, I have rediscovered what I lost so many years ago. I will see to my brother's wounds, and once he is well, we will embark on the path of the warrior again, graving the lessons we have learned in our souls, never to be forgotten. Curiously, the moment I did avow this to myself, my soul crystal began to shimmer anew. See, yours too grows stronger than ever. It would seem my ancestors have once more bestowed their knowledge upon you. This power. Why, this is a power that I have only read about in the tomes. Nay, a power entirely beyond my comprehension. To think that I once doubted your resolve. No, you've truly conquered your inner beast and become a truer warrior than I could ever hope to be. Know that you stand before me the equal of my tribe's greatest heroes. Ever steel your resolve, Ladonia, and go forth into the realm and protect those who need your strength. With you representing us, the redemption of my people, the new era I seek, is surely close at hand. What is that brightly colored icon? Infuriate.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I am the warrior one. So... Okay, just increases beast gauge. Kinda figured.
But it increases beast gauge, and later on, it also provides a buff to the next time you use an item that uses the beast gauge.
Aha! Okay.
This is how you can build up to a 7 fell cleave spam.
Sounds impressive. I don't think I have fell cleave.
You will. Well,
You will.
uh, a lot of the other DPS tank rotations involve first you do this, and then you do this, and then you do this. Warriors, it's fell cleave and 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 fell.
I'm sensing a theme here.
It's actually kind of stupidly fun. Are you sure you want to go to Corythus like that?
No!
I think we're going to the Rising first. You are not going to Corythus like that.
I did once already.
I
I
know,
think I've
and you
almost
turned
warmed up since then.
blue!
I think I've almost recovered since then. I hope I have another glamour I can use.
Yes, Baron, it very much is. Would you like a side of fell cleave with your fell cleave?
Yeah.
Limsa Luimenza.
Glaive, Kursami, Fellclave?
Yeah, pretty much. Now, with that said, each of the tanks has their own little shtick about them. Paladin, of course, has the shield and magic.
And healing.
And healing. Well, Warrior has healing too, it's just Warrior's only self-healing.
Yeah. Pallies have true healing. They can, there's no cooldown, special cooldowns associated to it, and they can do it on anyone.
Warriors have the best stamina of all the tanks. They can effectively, without armor and armor rating, take a pounding, brush it off, and keep going. Also, if you know how the warrior self-healing works, it is ungodly.
Do I have access to any of that yet?
I believe you might have a couple, but your bar is so alien from what I'm used to.
Well, right now it's a Lancer bar.
Oh, true. You've got on your Lancer.
So yes, it doesn't look anything like your warrior bar. I am sure of this.
You should have a couple of them. One is actually one of your standard rotation abilities. It actually gives you a little bit of health back. Another boosts your health increase to any region.
Yeah, I vaguely remember that one.
And you combine that with the third, which is a full-on self-heal. Combine that with Nascent Glint, which it will come in later in the game. Which
I don't have Glint yet.
Which is receive a portion back of health of any damage you put out.
Yep.
Which you can also then put on another person that doubles it for both of you.
Yeah. I am vaguely aware of that one.
Yeah. I have done some crazy stuff with self-healing on warriors.
I will note, by the way, you're still swapped on cameras.
Yeah, I should probably swap over.
And if we're going to do the, what's it now, you should probably swap back.
Yeah, there we go.
There's no reason it can't be the Lodunia show all night.
Urza's patiently waiting for you. Or would you rather ride Cruzy?
I think I'll take Urza. I just have this bad feeling of time loops and disappearing platforms whenever I'm near a cruise chaser. I don't understand why.
Something to keep in mind we can actually do before the end of AR.
Uh-huh.
This is now fully open.
And what is it?
Wanderer's Palace.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that is one we should probably tackle. Do you know when that was added in?
That originally came in as the first. That actually came in with the initial AAR drop.
Okay.
As soon as
so,
you hit
yeah,
50, it
perfectly
was
legal to do it.
In fact, I believe we need it in order to complete our hunts for the Maelstrom.
Well,
Yeah.
if we do want to wait a little bit to see on the live letter and such, completing Maelstrom hunts could be a good task. Especially since, we'll be aiding other people now that there's more than just the two of us in the guild. Yes, our guild has doubled in size. There's now like 4 characters in it.
Actually, I believe we're up to 6.
Okay.
Yep, we're up to 6.
Fancy.
We had a couple friends alts decide to join it. They're like, we just like to want to be in a guild so that we don't constantly get spammed with, do you want to join our guild?
Can I join our guild? Which is actually the opposite.
So we now have 2 more people who basically just want to hang out and do nothing on alts, which is just fine with us.
Yep.
I warned them ahead of time, it's a do-nothing guild. We will probably never have housing. Not unless a miracle happens.
It would take a miracle for this guild to get anywhere with Housing Savage.
I'm not even going to attempt it. Nope. I am of the personal opinion it should probably be burnt to the ground and rebuilt up as instanced, but
Yeah.
it is what it is, and I can kind of understand them not wanting to do more with it.
Well, certainly not the amount of stuff they'd have to do and the amount of wailing and teeth gnashing that would go around, that would come with the, burning it all to the ground to start over.
Hello, Kippa. You're looking fairly distraught there, young lady.
Rising calm. Jakia is looking around in consternation. I bet you are.
Oh, you're an adventurer, are you? Was there something I can assist you with? Now that I think about it, perhaps it was you who can assist me. I'm Kippa Jakia, reporter for Gridania's leading tabloid, The Raven. Might I steal a moment of your time?
I think you already have.
So, here's the thing. I recently had an unusual visitor cut through Gridania's markets like a scythe in a frenzy to purchase every Nymean lily available. And I mean all of them. For what purpose, I hear you ask? Well, my friends, I sense the answer to that question will provide the basis for my next scoop, so I did some nosing around. No one I talked to could put a name to our mysterious flower fancier, but by all accounts, he and his cargo hold of lilies has departed for Old Dock. Not wanting to get the trail to grow cold, I quickly grabbed my quill and notepad and boarded an airship myself. And was quickly reminded of how hard it is to chase a story in unfamiliar territory. You know this town and its people well enough, don't you? What say you to lending a hand in my investigation efforts? I'd be happy to. Sounds interesting.
Much more positive than Thay's response.
Yes, Thay was like, if I must. Wonderful, then we've no time to lose. First things first, we pay a visit to the nearest drinking establishment. The local tavern is always the best place to pick up tidbits of gossip and rumor.
And you know something? I am tall.
Yes, you are. You're taller than me. I mean, look at this. Okay.
She was about chest height on me.
What is a post-Moogle doing way over here? Does someone actually... Someone has a post-Moogle pet! How did you get a post-Moogle minion? I have
Waiting for him to spawn in.
Wind up delivery Moogle!
Oh dear.
Oh my gosh, I had never seen that before. I'm gonna have to look that one up.
Might have seen it a couple times.
Hello, Live Swing! Welcome! We are just starting the Rising Festival, which is the in-game anniversary of AAR. Hey, Keepa! If I recall correctly, the proprietress here serves Adventure Guild in the same capacity that our Mother Mione does in Gridania. For someone so petite, she certainly exudes a commanding presence. Oh, you haven't the half of it. Hello, Momodi! My, those are some serious faces. What can I do for you this fine evening? Yeah, we're looking for Namimi lilies? Oh, playing reporter, are we? Sounds like fun. Let's hear your questions then. We're attempting to track down a particular someone who purchased a suspiciously large number of Nymean lilies in Gridania before transporting them here to Ul'dah. Any idea who this person might be? We've more than our fair share of traders coming and going, and a large shipment arriving in the city is hardly a noteworthy occurrence. But now that you mention it, I do remember this florid minstrel fellow who came in just the other day. Said he pulled in from Gridania and needed help hauling a hefty delivery to the Alchemist's Guild. He's actually a familiar face in these parts. Never did get his name, though, strangely enough. A nameless traveler arriving from Gridania with a sizable cargo to move? That sounds promising. Like I said, it was just a request to move cargo. Before you go
Lots of cargo.
Yes, lots of cargo. Before you go running off on a possible dead end with the alchemist, I suggest you fish up for more information inside the quicksand. After all, where else can anyone find many gossipy adventurers crammed to one spot? That certainly makes sense. Between the two of us, however, I see no reason why we cannot do both. I shall stay here and interview the clientele while you chase down the other lead in the Alchemist's Guild. What do you think? Then that will be our plan. Once I've spoken with the potion mixers, make your way back here and we can discuss any of the revelations. See you later, Memodi! Check in with Kipi. Asking the right questions is a reporter's most vital skill. I'll soon handle these adventurers spilling their stories we need to hear. You do that, girl. And now it's off to the Alchemist Guild. To the warrant that is known as Old Daw.
Ooh, yeah.
Is it sad that I've actually learned how to navigate here?
No, sadly, no.
I mean, most people will probably just take the teleporters, but I've actually wasted brain cells learning how to navigate this backwater warren. And up towards the Royal Promenade.
Hi, Jinlins.
And a quick hello to Jinlins. Because he gets angry if you don't say hello if you pass him. I mean, he means well, but he kind of gets lonely being posted out in the middle of nowhere. And there's the Alchemist Guild. No, we don't want to talk to the receptionist. We want to talk to the flamboyant guy in the back. Hello, Mr.
Actual
Severin.
guildmaster. So boldly do you approach a master of his profession. I warn you, this matter best be deserving of the precious moments you steal away from my unending research.
Yeah, actually, we're looking for Diamond Lilies.
You question me for a tabloid piece? Away with you. I refuse to waste another instant of this trivial nonsense.
Aww.
But just a moment. Perhaps there is a shred of scholarly value to this after all. I vaguely recall the flamboyant character of whom you speak, and his request to process a vast quantity of floral material. It is laughable that I would undertake such a menial chore, of course, so I assigned the task to my subordinates. If you wish to discuss the tedious details, Dietrich is your man.
Okay, I'd rather talk to him anyway.
Why'd we go straight to him?
I don't know! I just followed the quest markers. Blame the echo.
Why, I should be delighted to assist you. This is regarding that large delivery of Nymea lilies.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the guild did accept a task involving said flowers, as commissioned by a nomadic minstrel gentleman. And though I cannot reveal the nature of what we produced, I can tell you that it shall be distributed amongst the populace as part of the events of the Rising. If you wish to know more, then might I suggest you speak to the gentleman himself.
Okay. I think we need to head back to Momodi now.
Must resist, Blue Bang.
No, you don't want that blue bang.
Must resist.
That blue bang leads to tears of misery and hours lost. Actually, to be fair, crafting is stupidly fun in the game, but it will just eat your life.
Yes. and the story for this one is good.
Hi, Jinlins. So, we're purposely not taking crafting, not because we don't actually like crafting in the crafting system they have here, is that we only have so much time to play with
1.5 hours a week.
1.5 hours a week. And we would rather progress through main story than craft for that amount of time.
Yes.
I mean, if we ever hit in-game and the next expansion hasn't come out, we might take up crafting at that point. But, yeah, don't hold your breath. You might turn blue.
No, you will.
I'm just gonna stand here and fix my hair. You'll load in someday. Ain't that right, Mr. Krabby?
Ah, yeah.
There you are. I don't know why Rena ended up with a little Krabby minion out. He seems happy, so why should deny him? Kiba? Adventurers, you're back! Did the alchemists offer up any information? So, to summarize, our famous unnamed minstrel of nomadic inclinations has commissioned the manufacture of some as yet unknown item to be handed out during the rising. Oh, I heartily agree that we should speak with him directly. As luck may have it, I just discovered that he means to put on a performance on the Ruby Road Exchange. I think for the time for one of my patented on-the-spot interviews, don't you? If we hurry over, we can catch him before he takes to the stage. And there's the stage.
With everyone but him on it.
Yeah, well...
Including some fat cats. Axe-dodging fat cats.
The
Oof!
fat cats are gone.
Along with everyone else.
Ooh, here's the minstrel. Boy, have we met him before? I think we've met him before. Kitty, what do you say? That colorful fellow must be our minstrel. Yeah, I think he might be a minstrel. Greetings, sir. I'm terribly sorry to interrupt, but you are the famous wandering minstrel, are you not?
I am indeed. And look whom you've brought to see me. Is there aught I might do for you, fine people?
I've been following you, to be perfectly honest.
But not in a creepy way.
In a totally non-creepy way. Trust me, I'm a reporter, not, well, yeah. Anyway, to be perfectly honest, I'm curious to learn more about what the I am curious to learn more about the wagon load of lilies you turned in over to the alchemists. Not to mention your plans to distribute the results of their work.
You followed me? But how did you... I mean, why would you... Ah, a writer for the Raven. That explains much. Did you also learn what I tasked the alchemists to create? Is the coral out of the bag for all to smell?
No, we were hoping you might tell us.
Then my surprise remains unspoiled. The plan, if you must know, is to hand out bundles of potpourri to all and sundry during the rising.
As in flowers mixed with spices? That aromatic stuff you see in bowls and parlor tables and the like?
The very same, except my potpourri will delight the eyes as much as the nose, thanks to the alchemical wizardry infused by my co-conspirators. Yet, even without such enhancements, the scent of Nymea lilies is known to promote calm and tranquility. The rising is a time of remembrance, of mourning. It is a time when sorrow can overwhelm folk who lost friends and loved ones in the seventh umbral calamity. It is my hope that the lily's gentle perfume will afford such burdened souls a modicum of peace during this oft-times melancholy memorial.
Oh my, what a genuinely lovely idea!
Only just this moment we are making arrangements for a showcase of my humble talents, where I shall hand out potpourri bundles to the audience. Again, I am glad we met ere you inadvertently spread word of our little surprise gift. I trust you now have sufficient detail to write your article.
Oh, yes, I've plenty to work with, thank you.
Splendid. Now, since you've joined the inner circle, so to speak, we must have you play a role in the performance. You needn't fret so. I merely wish for your assistance in passing out potpourri. I can supply the crowd at the show, but it would be most helpful if you might deliver bundles to some other part of town.
Oh, we would be happy to. And it could only help me flesh out the story. Let's head back to the quicksand adventure. If we hand out the bundles there, then we can be sure to cover folks from every corner of the city.
Stoic nod. We were low on helping hands, to tell the truth, so this has worked out for the best. Please come and meet me at the Ruby Road Exchange once you've finished with your task.
Good night,
Just as you went into that, I saw Doodles' bit from a few minutes ago.
So, yeah. I've yet to actually see a performance here that wasn't player-driven, but, yeah.
Yeah.
For
Sadly,
those...
they've yet to really do anything like that since the Sirens performed.
Now, with that all said, for those not in the know, the Wandering Minstrel is the self-insertion of Yoshi P, our game's producer.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Which is going to be, well, I won't spoil it yet.
Yeah, but that's kind of common knowledge in the game.
Yeah. The Wandering Minstrel is basically a self-insert.
Let's get to work, shall we?
And I was expecting this to turn into a quiz, but no. And he is from last year.
Yes. He is the stained glass artist from last year. And on the other side is his agent friend. It's nice to see they're still doing well.
Mm-hmm.
What is that you're giving out there, adventurers? Here, have some potpourri. Ah, I know this scent. Nymean lily, yes? The flower is often placed on the graves of the fallen, a practice with which I am, alas, intimately familiar with. Why choose this particular bloom? I see. Perhaps the perfume does remind one of the peace of repose rather than the violence which took our companions from us. It would seem the minstrel has given the matter such thought. For Cartanu veterans such as myself, the season of the rising can be torment, like the throbbing pain of an old wound. I will keep this bundle close, I think, and breathe in its calm whenever I feel my thoughts turning grim.
Which means she's originally from 1.0.
Keeping busy there, ain't you, Rena, Ladonia? I know it's not for the rising and all, but it tickles me to see promising adventurers such as yourself handing out presents to a simple errand girl. I mean, ever since our first time we met, I've always been the type to lend you aid wherever it's needed. And you haven't changed one bit. Makes me happy, it does. Not to mention a little misty-eyed. The good you've done for folks will linger on, an unshakable foundation for your future. Keep going the way you're going, my friend, and we'll all be the better for it. Here, why don't you let me have whatever bundles you've got left, and I'll put them together with the ones I took from your reporter friend. If we leave a basket out for our guild counter, I guarantee they'll hand themselves out before the rising's over. Mistress Momodi took a goodly amount off my hands, but I think we've done our fair share of the work. We should go and see the minstrel and let him know we've completed our task. Ah, there you are. Checking in with Kipi here real quick. I wonder if that potpourri also loosens tongues. It seems like everyone who took a bundle from the Rising had a tale to tell, be it a small remembrance or a lingering stroll down memory lane. Hello, Mr. Wandering Minstrel.
The reporter and her most qualified assistants return. The performance went well, I must say. But what of your story research? Are the townsfolk willing to share any moving material?
Yes, they were unexpectedly forthcoming. I was regaled with many an anecdote from those who lived through the calamity, and privileged to hear her treasured memories of those who did not. Back when the calamity was poised to strike, I had only just earned my reporter's quill. I was rushing around town, questioning adventurers and taking notes. But as Dalamud descended even lower, the streets erupted into chaos. It was then that I fled with my younger brother to the border in relative safety. There were a few less prudent friends and colleagues who might still be here if they had done the same. In the years since, the world has risen from the ashes. I've done my best to rise along with it, but there are things that I cannot, nay, should not forget. Such are the thoughts which blossom within my mind when I breathe in the potpourri for perfume. I've enjoyed our collaboration this day, adventurers, and I shall attempt to write a piece that does it justice. What say you to Rising Calm as a title?
How fitting. I look forward to reading it. I, too, sense a stirring of a new composition. A hopeful verse dedicated to the continued safe passage of those who yet ascend the path out of catastrophe and despair.
Oh no, he's gonna lyric at us. I can feel it.
Yes.
I can feel it in the tingling in the tips of my ears.
And boy, when he lyrics, he lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
Greetings, warrior of light. You needn't be alarmed. This is a world that exists outside your reality. Could it be a dream? A flight of fancy conjured by your weary mind? Perhaps. Or perhaps not. What a pleasure it is to welcome you here again, Ladonia, Rena, and what a privilege that your chosen trail should run alongside mine for so long. On a day such as today, I hope you will forgive me a brief bout of nostalgia. It has been an entire decade since I first came to this world. I was a stranger here, a traveler in a troubled land, and the quest for salvation consumed my every moment. Countless trials were met and overcome, and the world not only survived, it flourished. This victory we owe to those who persevered alongside us, to those who explored and nurtured and loved this realm as much as we. Yes, it is you of whom I speak, of our indomitable adventurers. "10 years is a long time, yes, but for me the number holds no special significance. It is simply the count of the passage of days. Success, however, would not have come without that accumulation of daily effort, and that is what makes it a milestone worth marking. Thank you for staying the course with us these many years. I will keep making plans for this world for the foreseeable future. It has become a part of my life, and to see it grow is an adventure in itself. Rest well, warrior of light, for a grand convergence of events approaches. May the road upon which you must embark become the greatest of all journeys." Until we meet again, my friend. That concludes our more direct self-insert.
But you're right, Foxfire. It's all the fields. Every year, it's all the fields.
Yeah.
What a moving rendition. And now I really must be heading home to write that article. You have my gratitude, Rena, Ladonia. I would still be floundering in the street without your assistance. Until we meet again.
A great many lives were lost in the flames of the calamity, not to mention the chaos that followed. Yet it is the survivors who must face the challenges of living in this new era we have salvaged. To you, the champion and the vanguard of our efforts, I dedicate these verses. Scarred by the falling of fiery stars, the land is reborn with new life. Godslayers struck by an echoing roar, heavens ring with a promise of strife. Beast and man both seek freedom or death in bloody inferno untamed. By broken hopes from a sky long undimmed shall the darkness of Eld be reclaimed. A merciless gale, an unending road, if this be the path we are fated, then pray be our dawn in the rift betwixt worlds, your soul's splendid light unabated.
Yay, fireworks!
Mm. I really must apologize for pressing you into service for my potpourri scheme. I tend to consider adventurers as fellow wanderers, and call upon the assistance of your kind with little reservation.
I'm quite sure of that.
As for the gifts themselves, there was another reason as to why I chose the Nymea lily. Traditionally, the bloom is said to represent a prayer for safe passage. The way ahead yet promises more hardship, and I wanted, at the very least, to wish you, all of you, the smoothest road for the coming journey.
I wish fireworks displays actually looked that good in real life. But no, we have to have the virtual life to make them happen. And that is the end of the Rising.
Mm-hmm.
So glad we can catch it this year. And yep, there's the bag of potpourri. Isn't it so pretty? And of course, an umbrella. Because
Where is
umbrellas.
that? Ah, there it is. Okay, let's see.
There we go.
Really? I'll worry about that in a moment.
Excuse me. The air quality around here has not been good for the past few days, so I've been coughing
And
a
I
little
don't
bit.
have any proper glamours. Yeah, afraid of that. On the other hand, there's a few things I should probably be trading over to.
Yes, you probably should be. Hey, Nim, how did the second go at the snake over in Coils go? Or were you part of that run?
Oh dear.
Yeah, Theron tried with the Extreme Dream Team do a Coils synced minimum eye level. Oh my gosh, you actually got the turn 5?
Ooh.
That's pretty impressive. Of course, now you have to get past Twin Tanya.
Yeah, have fun with that.
I will have to see. My schedule towards the evenings gets a little weird until about 11 o'clock, and then I completely free up. And that's when everyone else is in bed.
Yep. Yeah.
Because just about everyone I know on the server is East Coast. But we will see. I would
Let me
love
see if
to
I have.
to
Do we have access to the glamour chest?
yeah, we do. Over
Yeah, we
in
do.
the end.
Yeah. Let me see if there's anything in it of use. But I may have to be. Yeah, I may be kind of stuck like this for a little bit.
Well, if it's after 11 p.m., I'm actually pretty golden. It's before 11 that things get squirrely because it's like that's when all my friends are online that I want to play with, or I'm having RL family fun times. Gotta pay attention to real life at some point too. And don't forget, Ladonia, you just got a new chest full of gear for Warrior.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna have to take care of that at some point.
Though, if the Extreme Dream Team is interested, we will be hitting in-game probably in another couple weeks. We could try doing a minimum eye level. The only trick with these girls for this hour is that we want to be able to go through the actual story, and sometimes the dialogue goes faster than we can read it off.
For what's it? I still say do it ahead of time, do a good reading later, and
do
vid edit it.
Vid editing magic foo.
Yeah. Dang it!
You having problems?
I'm sure I had.
Should I switch over so I can see what you're doing?
No. It's embarrassing. Yeah. Oh. No? Yeah. Okay. That's proper. So why?
The true in-game glamour.
Darn straight. Why is that not taking...
it might either be due to level or it might be due to if it's the wrong class type.
It says it's Lancer Dragoon 50,
Okay, let me
though
switch
it's
it.
also got a red axe.
Hold on. Let's see what you're doing. Okay, eye level 50. What are you trying to map it onto?
Ah.
Yeah, that's a 45.
Okay, so I was thinking the complaint would be me, but the complaint is the item.
Correct.
Well, in that case, we can fix this. A
You
little
don't want to wear
sadly.
the actual Dragoon armor?
I think I am, aren't I?
That is okay. We're just kind of wrapping up here.
Yeah,
I
I'm
would
already
love
in the
to play
Dragon
with you
Breaches. That's the
again.
problem.
So I will definitely see you hopefully soon. And great seeing you. Thanks for stopping by.
There.
You have a good night, dear. As soon as Ladonia figures out the gear set, you'll get your 50s once.
Yeah, I know. But the problem is keeping from having frostbite until then. Okay. Problem solved.
So, yep. We are going to call it here.
Well, I was kind of thinking maybe we could port over to what's it and then call it.
Now, we better call it here. It's after 11.
Okay.
At least you're not going to get frostbite in the middle of Corythus.
Nope. There you are.
You guys have a great evening. Thank you so much for joining us. We will be back next week starting at 9:30 Pacific. Next Saturday, we'll be hitting floor 81 of Heaven on High with our mains. Wish us, pray for our souls, actually.
Yeah, well.
Until then, get a good night's sleep, be safe, be well.
Yeah, everyone have a great week.
Night all.
Good night.